Hello, vinyl community. I'm here once again for a vinyl update. Show you some, vinyl. Is that what they call it? Drinking my unicorn juice. I don't know, is there such a thing as unicorn juice? I've seen unicorn meat. Um, First thing I got here is a couple new CDs. This is, I think it's pronounced Prequel, the new Ghost CD. They have a few changes in their lineup. Actually, they've had a lot of changes in their lineup. If you're familiar with Ghost at all, the Nameless Ghouls, all of those guys have been replaced. There was a lawsuit against the lead singer, who he's playing a new character as well on this album. Cardinal Copia is his name now, as the character, I should say. But this album is, I mean, it's not real heavy, which anybody that's familiar with Ghost knows that their music is not like metal. It's more like a hard rock band. There's a lot of stuff on there that's sort of popish. First single, Rats. There's a video for that. It's alright. I mean, it's sort of what I expected. I didn't have high expectations for it. But if you're familiar with Ghost, I should say if you're not familiar with Ghost, you should check that out. Actually go back and get their first two albums. Start there. And then this is the new Joe Bonamassa British Blues Explosion double CD that just came out. This is my first Joe Bonamassa. This is live. This is my first purchase of, I don't have anything of his previous to this. And this is a lot of cover songs, just what it says, British Blues. He does John Mayall and the Heartbreakers, or the Blues Breakers on here. Heartbreakers is somebody else. There's some Led Zeppelin on here he covers. Some, I think, Yardbirds. I'm not sure exactly what all else, but if you like blues and you like guitar, you'd really like this. I recommend it for sure. Then I got a few 45s here. This on Sun label, Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire, and You Win Again on the other side. And then we got the Hollywood Argyles with Alley Oop, and Show Know a Lot About Love. It's the flip side. Then I picked up 1910 Fruit Gun Company, Simon Says, and Reflections from the Looking Glass. I probably have like 4 copies of this one now. Then this one on Amy Records, Tico and the Triumphs Motorcycle, and I Don't Believe Them on the other side. I'm not sure who that is, but it looked interesting. And Kayo Sakamoto, Sukiyaki, and Inoko no Namawaya na Timkaina, I guess. I have the album of this, but I don't think I'd ever seen the single. On to the 12-inch. Had a momentary lapse of reason there. And I'm not even a member of Pink Floyd. By the way, Tim Allen, if you're watching this, your package is in the mail. Thought I'd say that. This one was really unusual to find. It's recorded live. Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. The original drum battle. So, I want to say I have one other Gene Krupa record, but... Or no, I'm sorry. It's probably a Buddy Rich record that I have. But I'd never seen this one, so this ought to be really good. On Verve. Everything on Verve is good. And take some more unicorn juice here. And we found Angel City Night Attack. Found this in the wild for 99 cents at a thrift store. I want to say that I know I have a couple other ones from there. A couple other ones from this artist, but I don't think I have this one. Every time I go to make a video, I just forget how to speak. on Epic. Forget how to speak clearly. I think Jenny showed this not too long ago, The Wild Angels. I had volume 2, but I thought I'll never find volume 1 because I wasn't really looking for volume 2 when I found it. But sure enough, found it at a used place, not a thrift store, on Tower Records. This is a great movie if you haven't seen it, with Jane Fonda, or Henry Fonda and Nancy Sinatra. Jane Fonda's the workout lady, which I guess they're probably related. This one here, Dance Instructions Enclosed, which yes, they are. Belly dance music. The Flames of Araby Orchestra, featuring vocals by George Abdo. And I'd said in the previous video recently, these records are all fake. Now, I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't. This is on monitor. But, you know, like I said, either way, it's all good. Here's the instructions. If you ever want to know how to belly dance. Actually, I'm sure if you want to know how to belly dance, you could go to YouTube. There's probably plenty of videos on that. But I like those records. I pick them up when they're a good price. That one was $1. And this one I already have, but it doesn't show up much. And they had another one of his. I don't know why I didn't get it. Alan, losing my voice. Alan Sherman, For Swinging Livers Only. And this one, I think, is his 3rd or maybe 4th album. Could be his 5th album, because there's 4 different ones here on the back that I already have. My Son the Celebrity, My Son the Nut, My Son the Folk Singer, and Alan in Wonderland. I have all 4 of those. But some songs on this one is, let's see, there's a song called Pills on here. Shine On, Harvey Bloom. Pop Hates the Beatles. America's Nice Italian Name. The 12 Gifts of Christmas. I've heard that song before. That's really good. And this one's on Warner Brothers. I don't know what they're eating there. It looks like they're attempting to use a straw on it. It looks like a cheese ball. I don't know if that's what it is or not. This one has a little bit of crease right here in it, but, you know, like I said, it doesn't show up much. This one, Stan Kenton does, it says comes music from Hair. I'm sure it's supposed to mean does, with arrangements by Ralph Carmichael. It's a cool cover. I don't have a lot of Stan Kenton records. I do see them a lot, but ones that stand out like this would be the ones that I would buy, just because more than likely they're later ones, and they're probably more kitschy, which I really like. So, it's on Capitol. She's got their pink cigarettes there in her mouth. I don't know if you can see that. It's an awful glare in here as usual. Aquarius is on here. Good Morning Starshine. Hare Krishna. It's a great movie too. If you haven't seen Hair, you want to check it out. I don't know. I was going to say you can't really run down to the rental store and get it anymore, because, you know, who does that? I mean, I think, well, we have one video store down the road here that still rents videos, but I haven't been in there in quite a while. I used to go in there and buy some of their previously viewed DVDs, but I haven't done that in a long time. I don't have a reason why I haven't done it. I just haven't. That's some good stuff. And this record I thought was sort of unusual to find. The Impressions, One by One. This was the band that Curtis Mayfield was in before he went solo, and yesterday was Curtis Mayfield's birthday, which this was not planned, just sort of happened. I want to say the middle guy is Curtis Mayfield right there. And this has Twilight Time, Nature Boy, I Want to Be With You, It's not unusual. Mona Lisa. Um, there's a documentary, and it's on YouTube. The last time I looked, and I'd got it years ago because it was recommended in Cool and Strange Music Magazine, and I'd mentioned it before on my channel. It's just called Vinyl. It's about a guy's basic. He's he doesn't have any kids. He wants kids, and he's curious as if his record collecting obsession is a symptom of something else, and maybe the reason he doesn't have kids, the reason he doesn't have a girlfriend. Um, and he's obsessed with, or a big fan of, Curtis Mayfield. Um, and he talks about that and record that he had that he doesn't have anymore. And it's really good. It's just called Vinyl. Alan Zewig, I think, is the guy's name. Check that out on YouTube if you can find it. It's very, very interesting. I like it. Tony Mottola, guitars, mandolins, ukuleles, and banjos, string band, Strumalong. There for a long time, I didn't pick up Tony Mottola records just because, I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me enough. But some of these I've been finding lately, they're more appealing to me now. I mean, it's a Command record. It's on a, they're glossy. This isn't a gatefold. But, I pick up Command records more so now. And I don't distinguish who the artist is or what it looks like as much because they're getting more scarce to find, I think. On this one is Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I think that's great. It Had to Be You, Happy Days. So yeah, says for discriminating people who desire the finest in sound, always demand Command. So that's pretty well put. And then the last couple I have here, I bought a bunch of these here lately, just because I'd got in my head that I wanted to try to get all of them. Now, I know, and I've said this, I probably say this in every video, I already have probably the majority of these records, if not all of them. And I'm not showing you all of them at once, because that's just, I don't want to bombard you with the same artist, because there's no theme here, technically. But I've been picking these up randomly as I've seen them, and when I decided to do that, I went to one Goodwill, and they had, I don't know how many records was done by this artist, but they had every one that I was familiar with seeing, pretty much, except maybe one. But I don't even know if that one was on vinyl. Anyway, Mitch Miller and the Gang sing along with these heartwarming collections. Sing along with Mitch. And I know everyone that collects records, that goes to thrift stores especially, has seen these records umpteen million gobs of times. But this one has the lyrics and everything with it. And it's in really good shape. There were several different copies of a lot of these to choose from, so I picked out the best ones. These are on Columbia. If you're not familiar with Mitch Miller, he's just sort of like in the same vein of Lawrence Welk, and even Ray Conniff to a certain extent. He has like that chorus sound in his vocalists, and he does a lot of the similar songs. Like this one has This Old Gang of Mine, Sweet Violets, Don't Fence Me In, She Wore Yellow Ribbon, Bell-Bottom Trousers. And then I also bought this one, which I think this might be volume 2 to that one. More Sing Along with Mitch. And this one's not a gatefold. Not that that matters one way or the other, I suppose. This is also on Columbia. And this one has Be My Little Baby Bumblebee. Say that 10 times fast. My Buddy. There's a Long, Long Trail. You Can Tell Me Your Dream. But yeah, Mitch Miller had a TV show back in, I guess it was the 50s. And it had Follow the Bouncing Ball with the lyrics on the screen. And I wasn't around when that was on TV. I have seen it on YouTube and stuff, but I remember watching Lawrence Welk a lot more in the 90s, in reruns, because I was so into Lawrence Welk. I still like Lawrence Welk a lot. but that's a similar type of thing there. That's all I have. Sort of a very random. I mean, it's always random, is it not? But very random. We start out with Ghost and end up with Mitch Miller. What good bookends we have. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and please check out my Facebook page that coincides with this channel. Hernando's Vinyl Hideaway is the name of that Facebook page. I also have a group on Facebook, Cool and Strange Music Magazine Fans. Check that out if you're interested at all in anything weird. Follow me on Instagram, shameless self-promotion, and we'll see you in the next rock and roll vinyl update.